There are moments in sports that change everything. Not just because of championships, not because of records, but because one athlete captures the imagination of millions and makes people who never cared before suddenly pay attention. For the WNBA, that moment arrived with Caitlin Clark. Before she ever stepped onto a professional court, arenas were already selling out. Television ratings climbed to levels the league had rarely experienced. Jerseys disappeared from store shelves. Young girls began practicing logo three-pointers in their driveways, dreaming of becoming the next Caitlin Clark. The expectations were impossible. Every game felt like a playoff game. Every mistake became national news. Every success sparked another debate. The pressure wasn't just about winning basketball games. It was about carrying the hopes of an entire generation of fans. When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA, she didn't arrive quietly. She arrived with cameras following every move, packed arenas waiting for every shot, and critics ready to question whether her college greatness could survive against the world's best players. The welcome wasn't easy. Every possession was physical. Every road game felt hostile. Every victory had to be earned. Veteran defenders tested her toughness, while opposing crowds celebrated every missed shot. There were nights when nothing seemed to come easy. But greatness has never been built on easy moments. Instead of backing down, Clark kept shooting. Instead of avoiding pressure, she embraced it. Instead of allowing criticism to define her, she let her game speak louder than any headline. Little by little, impossible shots became routine. 30-foot three-pointers. No-look passes. Clutch fourth-quarter performances. Every game added another unforgettable highlight to a career that was only beginning. Yet what made her impact special wasn't just the points she scored. It was the people she inspired. Families who had never attended a WNBA game suddenly bought tickets months in advance. Fathers brought daughters to see history unfold in person. Young athletes filled basketball camps wearing number 22 jerseys, believing they could one day accomplish the impossible too. Basketball became more than a game. It became a shared experience. Cities that once struggled to fill arenas suddenly welcomed record-breaking crowds. Television broadcasts reached millions of viewers. Social media exploded after every spectacular assist and every impossible three-pointer. Whether people loved her or rooted against her, they watched. And that changed everything. The pressure never disappeared. Every season brought new expectations. Every opponent circled her games on the schedule. Every mistake became another trending topic. But with every challenge came another opportunity to prove why she belonged among basketball's brightest stars. The journey wasn't perfect. There were injuries. There were difficult losses. There were heartbreaking moments that tested every ounce of determination. But the greatest athletes are not remembered because they never struggled. They are remembered because they refused to quit. Caitlin Clark continued showing up. She continued believing. She continued fighting for every possession, every victory, and every chance to inspire another generation. Her influence stretched far beyond the hardwood. Children practiced deeper shots. Communities organized watch parties. Young girls began believing that women's basketball could become the center of the sports world. That may become her greatest legacy. Not a single record. Not one unforgettable performance. But changing how millions of people viewed the game itself. Years from now, basketball fans may look back at this era and remember it as the moment the WNBA reached a new level of popularity. The arenas. The television audiences. The excitement. The emotion. The belief that women's basketball could stand on the biggest stage and captivate the world. Every generation has an athlete who changes the conversation. Someone who inspires debates, attracts new fans, and leaves the sport stronger than they found it. For countless basketball fans, Caitlin Clark has become that player. Her story is still being written. More victories will come. More challenges will arrive. More unforgettable moments are waiting. But one thing is already clear. She has inspired millions to believe that greatness isn't reserved for a select few. It's earned through courage, relentless work, and the willingness to keep moving forward when the entire world is watching. And perhaps that is the most powerful lesson of all. Because legends aren't created in moments of comfort. They are created when pressure is at its highest, expectations are at their greatest, and someone chooses to rise anyway. That is why Caitlin Clark's story is about more than basketball. It is a story about perseverance. It is a story about hope. And it is a story that continues every time a young athlete picks up a basketball, dreams a little bigger, and believes that anything is possible.